Have you seen it? Did you go and see it?
I went to see it last night and my wife chickened out. So I was Billy No Mates. I went on my own, sat there, and I don't like horror movies. So I sat there as scared as you guys. And, yeah.
You weren't dressed like this?
No, that would have been weird, wouldn't it?
What about you?
I don't watch horror films.
Really?
I'm more Disney than horror, so I chickened out on
And what do you think of because it was the original, I think it was 1986, the book, which is usually cited as the start of people's fear of clowns.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
I'm slightly scared now.
Yeah.
Certainly in the mid-'80s, the term when the coulrophobia or the fear of masks turned up was in the mid-'80s.
Yeah.
So whether the two are linked together...
Tell me about this particular clown.
He's not a clown.
Pennywise.
It's not a clown.
It's not a clown.
No, what it is, it's a horror movie, and he's immortal, and he has to feed every 27 years, and he's a bit like Dracula, in that he has to feed, and he morphs into many different beings. The clown being one of them. The little boy you see getting dragged down the drain, he morphs into him at one point to fool his bigger brother Billy into following him. But it's nothing to do with clowning and everything to do with a cheap Hollywood movie that's taking millions of pounds.
It is.
Because they don't need Brad Pitt, they don't need Tom Cruise. The guy who's playing the clown, never heard of him. So
it's grossed 117 million in America.
Exactly.
When it opened on Friday, and 62 million in 46 other countries. A lot of people disagree with you. They're really scared.
The audience last night was packed. The cinema was packed. I've got no problem with the film. It's a cheap budget movie, poor CGI graphics. I reckon the guy who invented the fidget spinner has also done this film because they've spent as little money as possible and for maximum effect.
What about the white face? Is that an Elizabethan style?
Well, I mean, there's the white face with the big forehead. Certainly, we can sort of look at, sort of the Elizabethan style. But it's a style of makeup which was quite popular back in the 80s when the film came out. I mean, we've moved on 30 years now, and the white face clown is nowhere near as popular as
But clowns, I mean, have been getting a bad reputation, especially. I mean, last year you saw the Killer Clowns crisis. We talked about it a lot here on this programme. A lot of people very scared. I mean, this film can't be good for business.
The reason was, in the 80s, Star Wars and George Lucas brilliantly introduced special effects, and a lot of studio houses couldn't keep up with it, and they couldn't keep up with this ridiculous high-budget actors were demanding. So it was a really easy trick to put someone in a scary clown costume and use poor special effects and make a cheap film. And it does pack houses. There's no doubt that people are into scary films, and that's great for them. But it is just sometimes it's lazy journalism.
But regardless of that, it must have an effect on your business. I mean, do you find that now, because of this, people want less kids' parties involving clowns, or is it the same?
I represent Clowns International. Andrew represents the World Clowns Association. We've got many types of clowns. We've got hospital clowns who do brilliant work in hospitals with really sick children.
Ministry clowns who work in the church. Yeah.
We've got people who do parties.
Birthday parties, circus clowns, theatre clowns. There are many, many different styles of clowns.
So it's not just that... The lazy journalists, the newspapers ring us all the while for that quote around Halloween. They're looking for that quote. They're not saying all the other kids that are dressed as Dracula, all the other children are dressed as witches, all the other children are dressed as mummies.
What happens if you, I assume, come across people who have the clown phobia?
Very, very rarely.
Do you?
Very, very rarely. I mean, if I'm out working, it tends to be people will drop their eyes down or they'll move away from me. If I'm working or performing, they certainly, if someone who's got a phobia or a fear of clowns doesn't come up to me. I mean, I don't like spiders. I keep away from spiders. If I go to the zoo, the arachnid house, I don't go anywhere near it. That's my choice to keep away. And I think people do that the same with the clowns. If they don't like it, they keep away.
You have children, like teenagers, who go, "I'm scared of clowns." They come up to your face to tell you. Trust me, if there's something I'm scared of, I'm running. I did a brilliant interview with Paddy McGuinness last year, and his line was, and I totally agree with it, he said, Bibbledy-bob, I don't care if you're dressed as a clown, a doctor or a surgeon. If you got a machete in your hand, I'm running. And that's quite right. It doesn't matter whether you're dressed as a clown. If Peter Kay knocks your door at 1 o'clock in the morning with a machete, you wouldn't be going, hello, Peter, tell me a joke. You'd be legging it. And it's exactly how I think.
You're definitely
also,
right.
the word scared. When parents say, don't be scared of the clown, why should the child be scared? The first thing the child is going to think of is, you know, should I be scared? Why should I be scared? So it's a little bit of parenting needs to
Well,
come.
hopefully it won't
both of
be
you.
bad for business. Thank you very much, guys.